Next, we have Emil Simion, and we are waiting for your presentation.
Hello, and thank you for the opportunity to present today. Today, I will discuss the use of machine learning algorithms in cybersecurity, focusing on ransomware detection. And why? Because it is an important topic given the rise of the cyber attacks and the need for automated solution to protect the network. My name is Emil Simion. I'm affiliated with the University Polytechnic of Bucharest and also the advisor of the director of the National Cybersecurity Directorate. And this is a joint work with Assistant Professor 𝗘𝗺𝗶𝗹 from University Transylvania of Brașov. And over the next 15 minutes, I will explore how machine learning can transform the detection and prevention of the ransomware. Here we have the agenda of my presentation, but also I want to go deeper into the motivation of having this talk because in the recent years, cyber attacks have become an important threat to companies and institutions. And one of the most dangerous type in ransomware, malware, is which encrypts the files and demand a payment for decryption. For example, ransomware attacks caused over 20 billion in damages in 2023, and this number is still rising. Another motivation is that traditional security measures such as signature-based antivirus software struggle to detect the new and evolving threats. This is where machine learning plays an important role and allows the identification of suspicious behavior rather relying solely on known malware signatures. And now let's go deep in our presentation and see what is a malware, what is a ransomware. A ransomware is a type of malware that encrypts user files and demand a ransom for their release. Some of notorious ransomware attacks include WannaCry, 2/27 attack, which infected more to 2 billion of computers. Also 𝗘𝗺𝗃, which spread through phishing emails, impacting thousands of victims. Ransomware both target individuals and organizations, including hospitals, banks, and governmental institutions. And from this reason, the main challenge is that traditional security solutions often fail to detect modern ransomware, which evolves rapidly. And now let's see what is machine learning and why machine learning in cybersecurity. And this already I said that traditional security methods rely on detection known signatures, which is ineffective against the evolution of malware. And the machine learning provides three key advantages. One advantage is detecting zero-day attacks. That means identifying new and unknown threats. Also, automating malware analysis. That means reducing the time response. And the third one is minimizing the false positive that goes to improving detection accuracy. As the statistics of Mandiant report reveals that 91% of cyber attacks do not trigger initial alerts and highlights the need for proactive detection. Machine learning algorithm for ransomware detection. And what are the algorithms we use in ransomware detection? We need a classification. I will talk a little bit about the classification of algorithms. There are two main types of algorithms: random forest, which analyze the network traffic and determine if it is malicious. And the second big class of algorithms is support vector machine, which separates normal from abnormal activity. What about anomaly detection? Here we use K-means clusterings, which groups activities based on similarity and flagging the anomalies. Autoencoders are also used to detect deviations from the normal behavior pattern. The last one, but not the least, neural networks, convolutional neural networks can scan files for malware characteristics, and recurrent neural networks analyze the data sequence to detect phishing and ransomware activities. Let's talk a little bit now about a case study. We already heard about WannaCry, which is one of the most devastating random attack, and how was it detected using machine learning. It was analyzed as SMB traffic and the file activity. A random forest algorithm identifies suspicious behavior patterns, and the result was the reducing of detection time from 15 minutes to under 2 minutes compared to traditional methods. And this demonstrates that machine learning can significantly shorten response times and minimize the impact of ransomware attack. And let's go more deeper. What is the process? The process of ransomware detection. How does machine learning-based ransomware detection work? First of all, we make data collection. In this step, the information is gathered from multiple sources, like network traffic, monitoring data packages for anomalies, having system logs tracking user activities and file modification, and executable files for analyzing malware signatures and behavior. The second big step is data processing. In this step, the raw data are cleaned and structured. The files and activities are labeled as malicious or legitimate. And the third step is to extract the key features. That mean, for example, frequency of the file modification, the use of unusual communication protocols, high CPU usage related to operation encryption. And to better understand how machine learning in case cybersecurity, we can apply a model called the Data, Knowledge, Insight, Wisdom model, which describes the transformation of raw data into actionable intelligence. The key level are data transferred to raw network logs, system events, and user activity. These are collected from network traffic, logs, and files. The second is knowledge. Structured patterns are extracted from data. For example, X activity is normal and Y activity is suspicious. Insight, we understand why certain behaviors are suspicious. For example, the decrypting encryption spikes before ransomware encryption. And wisdom, apply a security decision proactively. For example, an IA system autonomously blocking ransomware before it's spread. By a conclusion to this model, we can leave machine learning. We are not just collecting the data. We are transforming it into an actionable insight and predictive cybersecurity wisdom. And the third one is machine learning training. Here we have classification model, as I already mentioned before, random forest and support vector machines distinguish between normal and ransomware behavior, and anomaly detection, K-means and autoencoders, which identify unusual activities. The fourth one is model testing and validation. Models are tested on new data set to enhance accuracy and reduce false positives. Deployment in cybersecurity systems, we can say that more machine learning models are integrated into the next generation antivirus software, endpoint detection and response, and intelligence firewall. This approach ensures rapidly and precision ransomware detection, reducing the risk of infection. Challenges and vulnerabilities in machine learning security. Despite its advantages, machine learning has some security challenge. The first one is training data poisoning. Attackers can manipulate training data to mislead models, for example, injecting distinguishing ransomware into training data to prevent detection. Another example is altering normal traffic to appear malicious, increasing the false alarms. About attacks on machine learning models. Here I have identified two types of attacks: evasion attacks, cyber criminally modify ransomware by passing the detection, and model extraction attacks, where the hackers reverse engineering machine learning models to identify weaknesses. And the third one is the third big one. The third challenge is cloud dependency risk. Many machine learning models are cloud-based, making them vulnerable to data breaches. As a conclusion for this slide is machine learning must be combined with other security measures to remain effective. What about mitigations? Mitigation strategy to the above mentioned vulnerabilities. To strengthen machine learning based cybersecurity, several measures must be taken. The first measure is secure data training. What that means: use diverse and well-based, well-labeled data set to ensure model reliability. Implement data validation to detect manipulated training inputs. Another strategy is to protect machine learning models, deploy defensive machine learning techniques to enhance model resistance, and secure API to prevent unauthorized access to machine learning models. Also, we have continuous monitoring and updates. Model must be frequently updated to detect involving ransomware, and implement an adversarial training where models are exposed to simulated attacks to improve robustness. These four strategies can enhance model machine learning based cybersecurity effectiveness. What about the future? The future of AI in cybersecurity. Now, I have identified here three domains. For example, when AI and quantum computing will meet, quantum computing could break existing encryption methods. Also, another risk is the risk of self-replicating AI. This is not real in this time, but in the future it may be. For example, it is our studies from this year that shows that large language model like Llama and Gwen, Llama is a model from Meta and Gwen from Alibaba, can automatically replicate. But in the replication change scenario, AI models clone themselves repeatedly without human intervention. I think that my belief is that that risk will become will increase in the future. In this moment, it is not like a real risk. Another risk is about AI regulation and ethics, and we must have in mind the AI Act and NIS also, NIS 2, which are establish stricter AI usage policies. As a conclusion, AI must be carefully regulated to prevent secure risk while minimizing its potential. Now, like a conclusion, machine learning improves ransomware detection and response time. Machine learning security must be protecting from adversarial attacks, and the future depends on balancing technology, regulation, and security. To effectively protect the network, machine learning must be combined with traditional security solutions, continuing monitoring and adaptive to new threats. As a final remark, as AI continues to evolve, we must remember that no security is perfect. Cybersecurity is not about technology. It's also about weakness, about awareness, adaptability, and proactive defense. By leaving machine learning while remain vigilant against its weakness, we can create a more resilient digital future.